name is Law Nation. Let's go. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. What about a Victory Monday? We can get used to this all the time, baby. Appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. Let's go. Come on. Let it shine, baby. Cooper King rush offense and credited. The coaching staff will be the conversation for today's episode. Let's go. Yo. Party like a cowboy. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. Shout out to you, Victor, for being part of this conversation. Appreciate you. Come on. Get it. Right, what's good with everybody? Really appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And we got to talk about this. Y'all know how this thing goes. It's a Victory Monday. And on top of that, we are hearing things to the far edges of the world. We got a King Cooper, right? And then we have, hey, he's the backup Cooper. We have Dak is the captain. He's not the captain. We have all of these storylines going around, right? And the Cowboys, clearly, far, far away from where we started at Cowboy Nation. And I'm going to try to give you guys my thoughts on all of this. Y'all know how this goes. DC for life all day, every day. But neither here nor there. As we look at the NFC in general, the Philadelphia Eagles, they're 4-0. And the second place team, the Minnesota Vikings, 3-1. And the only game that they lost to was by the hands of Philly, right? LA Rams, although they play tonight, they're 2-1. I truly believe it or not, the 49ers, although I picked the Rams to win, but the 49ers will win tonight. I picked the Rams to win so my brother can take a shot, for those who don't know. But neither here nor there. Tampa Bay, they're 2-2. Oh, that's new. The only reason why they are ahead of us because the conference record, they're 2-1. We're 2-1. They beat us. Nevertheless, Green Bay Packers, they're 3-1. The Giants 3-1. Arizona Cardinals are 2-2. Atlanta Falcons are 2-2. And the Seattle 2-2. This is what we have for right now, Cowboy Nation. And I'm going to tell you, I told people you do not want to peak in September, right? I got a little heat from that. A lot of people were saying, nah, Law, you just saying that because you lost the first game. Show of hands if you think that this team done peak. Let me know in the chat. If you think this team done peak, I got another one for you. I think that we're getting healthier as the season progresses, right? I think that we're going to have James Washington to come back into the mix somewhere down the line. But for right now, Noah Brown stepping up. We just got back Michael Gallup. That's a good plus for us. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation and everyone that's listening, hear me out. Hear me out. The defense. The defense itself is getting better and better as the week go by. And I think that they're buying into what my guy Dan Quinn is selling. I hope that you guys understand that you don't want to peak. I hope people understood what I was saying. You don't want to peak in September nor October. But, baby, being 3-1 right now, I can see some good things for us. I can promise you. It will be even greater when we look at these things down the line. Shout out to you, Il Machine. He says run defense is concerning to him. My thing is with the run situation and scenario, we can see that they can stuff the run when they run inside, right? We've seen that the Washington team, hey, they were able to crease on the edge, rush for over 100 yards on us. The previous team, they were able to rush over 100 yards. The Giants, 79 of those yards came from the quarterback. Edges, once again, I think that it's still the bend but don't break. I look at this defense. We still leading in pressures. Oh, we are the leading team in sacks for right now for what I know. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, we're not giving up multiples and multiple touchdowns, averaging giving up pretty much one touchdown a game. I would live with that. I would flat out live with that. Why I got the topic line in flux right here. Appreciate you, Jay Williams. Defense is a problem. Wait a minute, Jay. Are you saying that in a bad way or a positive way? Hold on, let me put your comment up. Is that a good problem or a bad problem? I need to know, Jay. Jay, are you saying that that's a good problem? The defense is a problem, or is that how you say, let me know if that's a good problem or a bad problem. How are you saying that, right? Victory Coffee, shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Shout out to you, Lisa, with the $9.99, baby. Appreciate you so much. Yeah, I told y'all when we was out there at the Cowboys Experience event, I said that this team, it will come off as a slow start, and then they'll pick up down the edge there. It's a good problem. Okay, good, Jay Williams. Appreciate you, man. It's a good problem. Okay, Jay Williams. Okay, good. I was worried for a second, because if it's a problem, we need to solve it. And my thing is with this team in general, they're playing like a team. Together, everyone achieves more. But we're gonna listen to 105.3 The Fan. Bobby Belt, he's gonna go into details of the quarterback situation and scenario, and post me your thoughts of Cooper Rush before I hit play. Post me if you are. I need to know. I ask this question all the time. If you're Team Mike McCarthy, put MM in the chat. Or if you're not, put in MM or not. No, I'm not a Team Mike McCarthy guy. This team is pretty much all wrapped up in a bow tie for Dan Quinn or for Kellen Moore. Let's go with it. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Joseph says, if you want to win the Super Bowl, give up a second for Roquan Smith. You talking about it, We'll talk about that on the back end of the show. We'll talk about all of this good stuff on the back end of the show. But I feel what you're saying, okay? I feel what you're saying. Roquan is that dude. Let me find this audio, and we keep things rolling. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being part of this episode.
Has to go, and Dak Prescott has to return pronto.
What do you mean me stirring everybody up? Everybody stirs me up, Sean. Everybody's jumping in my mentions talking about, Cooper Rush, which, by the way, we got somebody on the fan text over the weekend gave us a nickname for Cooper Rush that I like, and I want to run by you guys.
Okay.
Cooper? The Ginger Avenger.
The Ginger Avenger. Nah, I don't think they should go with that nickname. John G says, MM loyal to my squad. Appreciate you. Malone 82. Malone. Got the MM Joseph, MM King Cooper. I see you, fam. Bobby Clueless. Leave my guy Bobby alone, Joseph. Let me see who else. DQ. All right. Now here's my thoughts on DQ. I like him. But I only like him as the defensive coordinator. I don't want him to have a full plate as being a head coach because that would take away his duties of putting his hands on players. What's that Post Malone song? I like you, something like that. Y'all put the lyrics for Post Malone song. That song is in my head now. I wish I can rap it like that guy. Post Malone. Shout out to him. I like you. I do.
I don't know if I feel comfortable with that term.
Can we say ginger anymore?
We can. Alec Medford gave us the approval.
Oh well,
that's right.
Okay. Well, Sean, can you approve us for saying things?
Yeah.
I can approve things, and we can all approve.
Yeah. Why don't we ask Cooper in the locker room if he's cool with it?
I'll ask him that. I bet he'll give us a thumbs up.
Last time we talked about someone, as the head coach in that manner, he wasn't too happy about it.
He wasn't at all. I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't too happy with us in general, it felt like. So, yeah. I mean, that's the way that goes. No, look, here's the thing. I think that Cooper Rush does enough. And I think that he's a great backup to have, and he's a steady hand, and he'll take what you give him. The Cowboys should have scored 40 points yesterday, like honestly. And they should have been able to take advantage of more stuff in the passing game. And this has been something that's gone on for a couple weeks. They should have taken advantage of more against the Giants. They should have taken advantage of more against the Bengals. It's something that, I heard Brian in the postgame last night say it, that it's great that Cooper Rush has won 3 games in a row. The games playing out the way they have, I think they win all 3 of these games with Dak too. It's not like Cooper Rush is doing anything special. And winning these football games where he's taking advantage of what he gets. He's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and dropping it right in the bucket for him, but CeeDee's finding a soft spot in the coverage with nobody, within 8 yards of him.
All right, so that was his analysis on that part of it. And then I'm going to give you guys my thoughts. John Machota tweeted out this earlier, the NFC East opponents, the last 14 opponents that played in Texas Stadium just last night, 25, or just yesterday, 25-10 Cowboys, 56-14 Cowboys won that one, 44-20 Cowboys won that one. Against the Eagles, 41-21, that was a blowout, right? Eagles fans were talking all type of cash money. And then it was 37-17. The Commanders, they got us on one, right? They got us on that one. Was that the Thanksgiving Day game, right? 41-16. Yeah, they beat us real bad. Was that the Thanksgiving Day game? Y'all let me know. And then the Cowboys beat the Giants 37-34. That was a heroic game. I think that game, 37-34, I think we threw a pass at the end. That could have been the Cole Beasley game. I could be off on that one. 47-16, 37-10 Eagles, 35-17, and it was 29-23 overtime against the Eagles, 31-23 against the Washington team. These are all games that was in Texas Stadium in the last 14 games. Cowboys 20-13, and then it was the Cowboys 38-14. So it was one of those things that you got to get back and see this right here. The Cowboys, collectively speaking, been dominating the NFC East, right? There shouldn't be a Washington fan talking noise, right? There shouldn't be a Giants fan talking noise, nor should there be an Eagle fan talking noise. Nevertheless, they gonna talk their stuff, and that's just how it goes, man. That's how the cookie crumbles. It's always that case and situation and scenario, right? But the game last night, the Cowboys being victorious, we got to celebrate, and we get the chance to right now party. 25 to what? 10? 15-point win. And when I just went back to rewatch the content from yesterday and all leading up to that week, is a third of the people feel so miserable. Yeah, let's be happy. Let's rejoice about this win. Let's go.
And so that's where you see that. There were 2 times yesterday where he should have been intercepted. He's still, and I know for everybody who's getting really excited about Cooper Rush, they get upset when I say this because they think he's super accurate right now. I mean, he's low 60% completion percentage, and he still is having trouble throwing the ball with accuracy outside the hashes in the short to intermediate area. So you talk about comebacks, out routes, things like that. He's having trouble hitting those. There's a lot of balls skipping at the feet there. The coverage with nobody, within 8 yards of him. But it's great that Cooper Rush has won 3 games in a row. The games playing out the way they have, I think they win all 3 of these games with Dak too. It's not like Cooper Rush is doing anything special. And then winning these football games where he's taking advantage of what he gets. He's throwing the ball to CeeDee Lamb and dropping it right in the bucket for him, but CeeDee's finding a soft spot in the coverage with nobody, within 8 yards of him. And so that's where you see that. There were 2 times yesterday where he should have been intercepted. He's still, and I know for everybody who's getting really excited about Cooper Rush, they get upset when I say this because they think he's super accurate right now. I mean, he's low 60% completion percentage, and he still is having trouble throwing the ball with accuracy outside the hashes in the short to intermediate area. So you talk about comebacks, out routes, things like that. He's having trouble hitting those. There's a lot of balls skipping at the feet there.
All right, so that was Bobby Belt's analysis on Cooper Rush, and we seen what the Cowboys did. They pulled out the playbook and said, all right, let's play to the strength of Cooper. Let's ditch hitch routes. We don't see that anymore. And thank God we don't see hitch routes anymore. No more button hooks, man. Them dang on button hooks. So they said, oh, we're going to take this up out of the menu. All right. We got drags. We can order those because I think Cooper throws a damn good drag. When the ball is underneath. Oh, fade ball. I think that the Cowboys should order a fade ball. That ball on the sideline, Noah Brown turned his head inside. If he turned his head outside on that fade ball, baby, it would have been a nice little catch for Noah Brown. And we see the coverages, single high safety, load in the box to stop the run, even though the Washington team did a great job on stopping the run, which I truly like the fact that we continue to attempt to run the ball. It favors our philosophy, or my philosophy, of this team win-to-lose ratio when we run the ball more than 25 times. Pull up the record just of yesterday. We're 35-4. Who remember that? 35-4. When we rush the ball 25 or more times since 2016. That's a formula, baby. Right? Law, I like to make an apple pie. Well, I go get apples. Hey, man, why you bringing plums? We trying to get an apple pie. Law, I love peach cobbler. Why you bringing bananas? No. Law, we love to win. Why are you throwing the ball 50 times with Dak Prescott? Excuse me. Even if you put Cooper Rush in, why would you throw the ball 50 times? That's not the recipe to win. The recipe is what we just said. Run the ball. Still, even though you're running back, I was listening to a little bit of that Poison this morning just to see what they was going to say. Shay Sharp and Skip Salas, he was saying that basically the running game was not efficient for the last 2 games. And I yelled, bull sugar. Because he was looking at the yards and not the attempts. It's not the haymakers that knock the players or the boxer out of the ring all the time. It's those baby jabs. And that's hitting them inside the gut, those bodies. Hitting them with those body hits, baby. Would bring a man down to his knees. But it's also the dictations of how the defense play you. hear me out. They're not dropping 7 and 8 in coverage. Shout out to you, Siddiq. We appreciate you so much. There's about 247 in here and only 52 likes. God, dog, man, I thought y'all liked me today, man. God, dog, man, what's wrong with y'all?
Shame. Shame.
Y'all don't like me no more, man. It's okay, man. How y'all gonna come over here and not hit that like button, man? I'm giving y'all some hard work over here, man. I'm trying to explain. Appreciate y'all so much, man. But hit that like button. Do it for me. Do it for your boy. You know, even if you don't like me, hit the like button. You know, help a brother out. Y'all, please do that, man. Please do that. But neither here nor there. This is me not complaining. I'm explaining. If we want to get to the Super Bowl, we got to get to the playoff first. If you want to get to the playoffs, you got to win your regular season games. In that order, win your regular season games, win your divisional games. You get to the playoff, anything can pop off and jump off, especially about this defense. Come on. Let's go, baby.
Why do you personally love Dak Prescott so much?
I mean, I just enjoy good football players.
There's got to be a story. He must
No,
have bought you something or complimented
no.
you or given you a great interview. What's the personal? What's the attachment?
There's honestly zero attachment. I've been really high on him since he was at Mississippi State.
Hail State.
It's wanting to be right.
Yeah. Which
No,
I
not about
support
wanting to be
because
right.
I'm the same way. You know, and I discovered Dak.
It's not about wanting to be right. I know I'm right all the time, and so I don't need validation.
It's not a want.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I got a
no one's right all the
I got a
time.
homework assignment for either one of you guys.
I mean, I love homework.
I don't want to do it. It's way too much work. But I would like to compare Dak, and KMC, don't steal this. We need to compare Cooper's game-by-game run right now to the beginning of Dak's rookie one.
I did that last week.
Oh.
Let me see, my guy, man. He got a good question right here. It's Nicholas. He says, what's up, Law, for being my eye to the game. Appreciate you. And then my guy Lobo says, Rush. If Rush beats the Rams and the Eagles, Dak don't need to come back until the bye week. Yep, I feel you on that. And I think I read somewhere where someone said if Rush beat the Rams, he will be our QB1. I just can't find it right here, but I feel you, man. I understand you and your sentiments on that. Here's the truth. The Rams are going to lose tonight. They're going to force me to take a shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I picked the Rams to win against the 49ers because my brother, we play this Pick'ems game and we do the drawings or we look at the results on Wednesday. But neither here nor there. If he's watching, he will let you guys know. I think that the 49ers versus the Rams, they're like 9-1. Show of hands, do you guys feel? Let me know if you guys feel. Do you think that the 49ers have a better defense than the Dallas Cowboys? Or the Dallas Cowboys have a better defense than the 49ers? Because this game tonight, I want all of you guys to, it's prime time, and I know you can't stand the 49ers, but you can pick on and see what the Rams bring to the table. Because I truly believe, it's a disadvantage for them too because they playing on Monday night, but that's a story of another day. But I truly believe that our defense better than the 49ers, right? Although on paper, their stat grade is a whole lot higher than ours on defense, but that's another story of another day. I truly believe that tonight, them Rams are going to get because the Niners going to bring some defense. They're going to bang them up just a little bit. So when we play the Rams, and I'm not pivoting, I want us to win against the Rams. But there should be a situation and scenario that if we stick to the philosophy and the formula, baby, it's a dub for us. Think about how the Niners beat the Rams in the regular season. Of course, they lost to the Rams in the playoffs. which I kind of semi-half smiled about that one because I couldn't stand, and I still can't stand the Niners. But think about this. They always played them rough and rugged with defense. Oh, my guy Tyler says Stafford going to throw some picks. Yup. And if my brother is free tonight, maybe I call him up and we jump live and we do some play-by-play analysis. Maybe if I can find some time. But neither here nor there. Let's go.
Okay.
On my own.
Exactly. So maybe we can do that tomorrow. But look.
I can tell you it's not the same. I'm telling you right now it's not the same. You're talking about a guy.
What percentage of people? Go ahead. Sorry. Talk about the differences in your mind, and then we'll continue.
No, I mean I think just if you're comparing statistically, it's not going to look the same. Dak was completing passes at a really high percentage. He went. It was something like the first 11 games, he was right at the top of the league in terms of passer rating. He was like 16 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. It's not even the same. Now, look, Dak was getting a lot of simplified reads at the time, and that's one of the things I think people aren't seeing right now with Cooper Rush. They've eliminated a lot of the option routes in the offense. There's less to read. Defenses are trying to take away the run game. You saw that's what Washington tried to do. Giants, Tampa openly talked about that, and everybody's done that since. That was obviously with Dak with Tampa, but Tampa started that this year, and everybody has mirrored it since, that they're just trying to take away the run game.
Which, by the way,
getting some easier looks.
Yeah, which, by the way, that is the one thing I think that we are missing. And I agree with you on the Dak versus Cooper thing. However, Cooper has not been helped out at all by the running game. Is, but they've also been playing it. It has been that was a joke. That what they tried to do yesterday.
All right. Once again, let me explain. Now, granted, rookie sensationalism's sensational flavor that happened in 2016. I think that a lot of people were just scoring off of 2015, and they just wanted to get back to the win, right? And I'm already on record for multiple times saying, yeah, I get it, right? But the reality of it, when you get into the playoff, man, you better put Tony Romo in that game, right? But that's a story of a whole different conversation. Maybe if you guys are in Dallas, we can go up to the Omni, and I got my guy Eddie. We can go grab a drink, and we'll sit at the bar, and we'll talk about it, right? Shout out to my guy Eddie at the Omni in Frisco. And, here's the thing. And we had that conversation before. It took us about 3 to 4 hours. I said, and I told Eddie at the end, I said, man, if we fool around and had a camera in there, baby, man, we would have had 1,000 people watching. But neither here nor there. Simplified reads is what I want the Cowboys to go back to. The single high safety, right? One-on-ones to the outside loaded box, and the team going all in to stop the run. I was telling people in 2016, go all the way back, they don't have tape on Dak. But in that offseason, these people getting paid millions of dollars. And they going to horn in and they going to take away what he do best. Try to make him play left-handed, right? And the same people that got amnesia that say, well, the quarterback can't throw a deep ball. Go back and watch 2016. Dak Prescott, way up there in Steelers land, drops back. I think that Dez Bryant, father passed away in that game or something. He drops back and he throws a dime. Dez catches it in stride and goes straight on in for the touchdown. The sensationalism. Why was that possible, Law? Did he have a safety over the top? No. Were they trying to stop Elijah Elliott? Yes. But the one-on-ones to the outside. And he couldn't do that consistently in 2017. Why? Because they made sure if they can knock Dak Prescott off of his first read and you take away the run, even Roger Goodell in 2017 had his helping into that situation. Why? Because Ezekiel Elliott was suspended for 6 games, right? I can only imagine if you look at the box score last night and you look at what Tony Pollard did with .8, not a 1 yard, he was averaging a .8. If you only had Tony Pollard in this game, and I'm not dogging Tony, I love Tony Pollard. Y'all know I love Tony Pollard, his abilities. Just shout out to Memphis. I don't think we'd be able to have the 10, right? Quarterback 10, Cooper Rush, still standing. You won't. You needed Ezekiel Elliott last night. You did. Law, do you want me to pull up the box score? Yeah, I can pull it up right here. Yeah. You see? .8. Even though Ezekiel Elliott had the 2.6, there are things that goes unseen with blocking in the backfield and the way that they press everything, the coverage, the zone run blitzes that they brought to the table, and he's picking up stuff. It would have been later sayonara without Ezekiel Elliott last night. It would have been people saying, Law, the Cowboys are who they are. An accident waiting to happen. The Washington team would have just said, you know what, we're going to wear black for the rest of the year because we took out the Cowboys' backup quarterback. Now they got Will Greer out there who's pretty much trying to get his legs together, and then now they taking him out of the game. But, baby, something about when you rush the ball, there's things that they do. There's no quarters defense that they played last night. There's no dropping of 7. And even though if you look at the plays that were caught, the DBs pretty much looked like a fool out there because they couldn't cover anything. They couldn't. But that is just pure football. Let's listen to these boys once again.
Running the football.
That's the thing. Cooper hasn't been helped out by the running game, but that's because teams are trying to take it away. Last year, at the end of last year, when all the struggles were going on with Dak, the running game wasn't helping Dak out, and teams weren't even trying to take it away. They were giving soft boxes and playing these, cover 2 shells and dropping 6, 7 defenders back into coverage and taking things away. There's a lot of times that Cooper Rush is seeing single high safeties. He's not seeing generally cover 2 looks.
And that, my friend, if you want to do some comparisons, analysis, that was simplified that Dak Prescott couldn't beat in 2017, and especially with the weapons that he had in 18. We're talking about young Dak. He couldn't beat the single high look. My dog Okoye was going into film sessions and analysis, and that's how I met him, right? He was given the raw, real, and the reports of it, and then we finally agreed, not to agree to disagree, but agree. Like, yeah, man, Doc, man, Doc, look here. You're right, Doc, because Dak Prescott can't do it. He can't throw that wide receiver open even with the one-on-ones. And then somehow along the way, there was a guy by the name of John Kitna. Who remember him? Did John Kitna come here in 17? Nope. Was he here in 16? Nope. But along the way in 2000, I believe in 18, I truly believe it. Let me know if I'm wrong. It could have been 19, but I think in 2018, when he had Amari Cooper, a true number 1 wide receiver, right? When we don't have the Walmart All-Stars out there. Shout out to Cole Beasley. No hate at him. And all of a sudden, we've seen some progressions go through. We've seen some better situations, some matchups and things like that. So I come here to tell you guys, beautiful people that's watching, that you need hard coaching from him. But you can't get the results of what you're looking for when you're dropping back to throw the ball more than 40 times. I had a caller just yesterday. He said, well, Law, the Kansas City Chiefs last year versus the Cowboys, that should have been the game that the Cowboys won. And I truly believe in him. Yes, that should have been a game. And Dak Prescott, yes, he was by far the reason why we lost that game. Put the butter knife down, guys. Put the butter knife down. Because of the philosophy and the non-formula to win the game. Re-rush the ball hear me out, put that butter knife down. We rushed the ball only 16 times against the Kansas City Chiefs. On the flip side, both of our running backs was averaging, one was averaging 7.1 yards per tote, and the other was averaging literally 3.9. Even if you go with the latter number, the smaller number, 3.9 times 3 or times 4 will give you a first down. Either way, we were really running the ball more efficient than we were throwing the ball. The defense were pretty much giving the opportunities back to the offense, but we were not going to the formula. Why? I got how can I put this? I got the I'm too smart to make the adjustments type of situation. Kiki, shout out to you. Kiki, were we using the Romo philosophy for Dak? I got one for this. We are using the Romo philosophy now for Cooper Rush. Law, do you have any truth for that? How many yards or how many times did even Romo in 2014 threw for 300 yards? One time. The offensive player of the year was DeMarco Murray. They figured it out. It took forever and a day to get behind the offensive line and run the rock. Now, granted, Tony Romo, out of the last two quarterbacks, phenomenal. He's more phenomenal than Dak Prescott on that fade ball. And I don't want to go back and forth with people with that, right? And trust me, he was more accurate than what we seen out of Cooper Rush, right? And we had a younger Dez before the foot injury, right? And before he had to look, Dez had to beg for his doggone money, right? He had to beg for his money after 2014. Set out for a third of the offseason, and then all of a sudden they paid him his bag, and then people wanted Dez to be back Dez. Come on, man. Boy, look, in Dallas land, all guys got to fight for their money. Everybody got to fight for it. It's like a pledge process. You know, we ain't gonna let you ain't gonna let you be a cat. No, you got to go through the burning sands and everything just to get your coins in Dallas land. Outside of what? Who didn't have to fight? Jason Witten, he's the only guy that didn't have to fight. Maybe Tony Romo. Everybody had to fight for their money. Everybody. That's a story of a whole other episode. Y'all don't want me to speak too much truth. How many likes we got now, Sadiq? I think the likes are disappearing now. Hey, man, this was what it is. Come on.
And it's simplified stuff. Look, whenever
they
it's
helped out
covered up,
in the run game against the Giants.
Yeah, the running game was good against the Giants, and especially on first down. But they got nothing from Pollard yesterday. That was clearly what you could see. That's what Washington wanted to take away, which makes sense. That seems like a Ron Rivera tactic. Let's take away the running game. And you're seeing, I think, simplified reads for Cooper Rush. He does not get through his progressions nearly as fast as Dak does. Whenever it's covered up initially, you see that's when things start to break down, and there's a little bit of panic and trying to maneuver the pocket. When he got tripped up by Jonathan Allen on the sack, that's because the first read got taken away. And so that's where Dak gives you, I think, better options, that he's going to be able to get through his progressions faster. He's a more talented passer, flat out. I know people don't like to hear that who are the Dak asses. Is that what you call them?
They're the haters. They're the haters.
They don't.
He called him a Dak asses, man. What is going on with him? Do y'all really call us that, man? People that's rooting for this team, who stand tall for their quarterback, who stand tall for their backup quarterback, who stand tall for Will Greer. At that, by the way, dog, they crazy, man. Bobby Clueless, that's funny, man. Joseph, man, you crazy, man. Let me read some of this comment over here. I appreciate everybody. Rams will be like another home game. The boys can do this. Yeah, Betsy, I truly believe that. I truly. Theodore, appreciate you. That's your name. Hope I'm reading that right. Eagles. Keep that same energy. Please, mods, don't throw them up out of here. Let them talk. Let them talk. Jags were 14-0. That's from Jay Lombardi. I truly believe we are better than the Jags, right? And it wasn't a walk in the park. From what I've seen from the Eagles, right, or heard from the Eagles, shout out to Lord Brunson, it was a home game for you guys, right? It was a home game. Y'all didn't go to Jacksonville. Of course, I think Jacksonville's still underwater, I believe. Y'all better tighten up. Let's go.
I don't like to hear that, but he's got better arm talent. He's the leader of this football team, and yeah, I think with what we saw on defense yesterday from Washington, they score 40 with Dak. And against the Giants, they probably score into the 30s, and against Cincinnati, they probably score into the 30s. And so it's nice that they've won these games. You're winning these games in large part right now because of your defense and because Cooper Rush isn't making a bunch of mistakes. But you're going to need to score some points at some point.
Bobby Belt here on The Fan. Do you want to give any of this credit to the coaching staff?
Now, hold before he go into that. And here are the past games of what we did to the guys in our division, right? And I'm not beating on my chest or beating on the Cowboys nation, saying that whenever we face the NFC East, this is what we do, right? I'll take 25-10. I would take 56-14. I would take 44-20. Oh, hey, Eagles, EAGLES, right? Look. 41-21. Where were you, Theodore? Where were you when that happened? I need to know, baby. I want to know. Why did you come over here and drop your Eagles droplings then? Because last I checked, you guys had the chances and the opportunities, right? You had the chances. You had the opportunities to drop all of that Eagles dropping over here. But, you didn't. And that's just weird to me. It's truly weird to me that you guys had those opportunities and chances and situations and scenarios. I'm just trying to figure it out, But let me let my guy in over here. Because I truly can't wait till next week, but we got to get this week out the way, right? Oh, I got a guy who's willing to talk about it, man. Let's see.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time?
Just one more time, baby.
Like they did?
Let's go Birds, fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Hey, man, maybe that's you. The Monty crew is back, baby. They was worried, man. They was worried that last game. They was all panicking, The Jags up 14-0. Shout out to you guys for coming back and doing your thing against Trevor Law. Shout out to the Laws, by the way. But I'm quite sure, I'm quite sure, not this week, but next week, we're going to have a whole time for you guys. But y'all go ahead and grab your seats now, though. I can't stand you, but come on up, pull your chair up, and come grab a seat, Eagles. I can't wait for next week, baby. He said, I'm hurt. The Joker cried. Hey, that got to be the funniest thing of all time, man, because in reality of it, just like the Giants. No, I ain't going to talk too bad about the Giants. The Giants did their thing just a little bit. Their content creators wasn't as flamboyant as you guys were. But let's tune in let me check in on the Washington Commanders right quick. Let's check in on them right quick. Look, because we need to know. They still cry. What is going on over there in Washington, man? Somebody need to really check in on them because they going through it right now. But don't worry, Eagles. Y'all, we got to go through the Rams, but then y'all next, though.
Yeah. Dan Quinn's awesome.
Here we go.
Which I'm just kidding. They deserve a lot of credit, especially the offensive coaches.
Why
for how
does
they
Mike
bounced back.
McCarthy
Look,
deserve credit?
because he's been a steady hand in a time where the leader of that locker room is basically removed and isolated, and that's an easy time for the locker room to fall apart, and they didn't. And so he deserves credit for that.
All right, so with what Bobby Belt is saying, and shout out to him, man. Y'all please check out 105.3 The Fan, and you check out all of the beat reporters with Cowboys content as well as Cowboys.com, and give my guy Bobby a shout out. Here's the thing: how much credit do you guys really give Mike McCarthy? Because think about it. I think even with the absence of Dak Prescott, Mike McCarthy is now 8-7 with the backup quarterbacks. Shout out for Cooper Rush for getting 4 of those wins, right? And at the end of the day, Cooper Rush is about to make millions. He's about to make millions. When his contract is up, or before his contract is up, he's about to get a big contract for what he's done. Right? And we can look back. I can guarantee you, Daddy Rush, he's happy about it. You look at him. He can't even move right now. He's elated about it. Huh, Cowboy Nation? And I'm quite sure that somebody is going to be looking at this situation and moment and saying, all right, cool. Ain't this right? That's just what it is. Tons of credit. He must have had words with the W, yep. It's a 1 year, 1 month, 18, situation. Okay, let me see. I got someone at my front door. Y'all bear with me right quick while I go check this out. Y'all bear with me, okay?
And he deserves credit for the way that he's managed the staff and the rest of
It
the
may
coaching
be Jerry
staff.
Jones.
Kellen Moore, Joe Philbin, they deserve credit for. Yeah, the running game was good against the Giants, and especially on first down. But, they got nothing from Pollard yesterday. That was clearly what – you could see that's what Washington wanted to take away, which makes sense. That seems like a Ron Rivera tactic. Let's take away the running game. And you're seeing, I think, simplified reads for Cooper Rush. He does not get through his progressions nearly as fast as Dak does. Whenever it's covered up initially, you see that's when things start to break down, and there's a little bit of panic and trying to maneuver the pocket. When he got tripped up by Jonathan Allen on the sack, that's because the first read got taken away. And so that's where Dak gives you, I think, better options, that he's going to be able to get through his progressions faster. He's a more talented passer, flat out. I know people don't like to hear that who are the Dak asses. Is that what you call them?
They're the haters.
Sean?
They're the haters.
They don't like to hear that, but he's got better arm talent. He's the leader of this football team, and yeah, I think with what we saw on defense yesterday from Washington, they score 40 with Dak, and against the Giants they probably score into the 30s, and against Cincinnati they probably score into the 30s, and so it's nice that they've won these games. You're winning these games in large part right now because of your defense and because Cooper Rush isn't making a bunch of mistakes.
What did I miss so far? Got some contractors at the house, man. They installing some good stuff around here, but neither here nor there. What did I miss? Not allowing Hurst to run. Bold, sassy, 10-1. FBI open up. Yeah, I ain't miss much. Coop Dollar. I love that. Go get him. Appreciate you. All right, Eagles Day is coming. It's from my guy Jay Lombardi. Defense is greedy. Yeah, let's go. Put some respect on Dak name too, y'all. Malone 82. J. Ron Curse. Feel you. Why the defense didn't beat Tampa then? That's a good observation there. Why the defense didn't beat Tampa then? I think week 1. Defenses are still trying to get their footing together. Remember, majority of our starters didn't play. Majority of our starters. I know it sounds like a bevy of excuses, but it's not like Tampa put 40 points on us, right? Not like what they did. Now, shout out to Kansas City Chiefs for what they did to the Tampa last night. But if we were playing that Tampa's team, now I think that their defense and everything and their offense should be a whole lot better now. So teams get better. They don't get worse as the season progresses. Certain teams, right? So I just look at it from that aspect. And you got to contextualize that the formula wasn't there. We were averaging 5.2 yards, a little bit north of that with the running back, and they refused to run the ball. So there's a lot of things to really put into context with that. The Cowboys lost week 1, 19-3. They got their quarterback knocked out of the game, and he's still trying to come back from an injury. We got bruised from another guy who got hurt in that game too. I forgot his name. It's the tip of my tongue. Could have been J-Rock, but that's just how it goes. But you don't win the Super Bowl week 1. And believe it or not, like Ripley's, we on the same pace of what we did last year. Lost week 1 and went on a run. The craziest thing of it all, Cowboy Nation, we had the exact same score week 2, 2 years in a row. You know, of course it was against the Chargers, right? Who a lot of people, I'm talking about last year, of course, who a lot of people anointed the Chargers, right? They supposed to be the next best thing since sliced bread. And of course, the Bengals this year, a lot of people anointed them. Now they are in a 3-way tie, I believe, or a 4-way tie, or something like that, in first place in their division, right? But it is what it is. Sky High says, "I just want to win games." Yeah, man, we all do, baby.
But you're going to need to score some points at some point.
Bobby Belt here on The Fan. Do you want to give any of this credit to the coaching staff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dan Quinn's awesome.
Oh,
Which, I'm just kidding. They deserve a lot of credit, especially the offensive coaches.
Why does Mike McCarthy deserve credit?
Because he's been a steady hand in a time where the leader of that locker room is basically removed and isolated, and that's an easy time for the locker room to fall apart, and they didn't.
It did.
And so he deserves credit for that. And he deserves credit for the way that he's managed the staff and the rest of the coaching staff. Kellen Moore, Joe Philbin, they deserve credit for, Kellen Moore deserves a ton of credit, I think, for something that we haven't talked a lot about.
Let me see my guy right here. Smiley says defense held Tampa Bay to 19 points. That's really good. Do you guys think, whether it's a home or away, that this defense can do better? Do you think that this defense – let me ask you, true and true. Let me ask you guys this. Look into my eyes. Is this defense better than what we exhibit week 1? You don't have to give a long soliloquy. You can just say yes or no. Is this defense better than week 1 defense? Need to know.
He has consistently put the offense in a position to succeed when he's not had the quarterback. He worked all of his magic to score 9 points with DiNucci. Honestly, that was incredibly impressive in 2020. Garrett Gilbert had a lot of success against Pittsburgh. We've seen Cooper Rush come in and have success. When they're missing personnel, Kellen Moore does a good job of putting the backup quarterback in a position to succeed. And I think people would like to see him do it more often with Dak. But I think that Joe Philbin deserves a lot of credit for what they've done. Jeff Blasco, too, the assistant offensive line coach, for what they've done to find some stability along the offensive line, a unit that really struggled in the second half of last year and had some struggles early on against Tampa Bay. But, I think the offensive coaching staff, there's a lot of pressure on them.
No doubt, man. Wonderful job by Bobby Belt and 105.3 The Fan to listen to this complete interview without me pausing and rewind and getting up, open the door. Just go and click on that link and you will have full access to this video and show. It's in the chat area right now, okay? Common Sense Lab, appreciate you. The difference between Rush and Dak is too much is given, much is what required. Too much is given, much is required. Rush is playing simple, while Dak feels / expected to do more. Simple ball wins. Yeah. Oh, my gosh, man. That hit in multiple ways. I think someone commented just a few minutes ago, I just want to win. Right? Quite sure if the few Eagles fans, if you're still here, and in 2000, it was a 17, right? 2017. You guys just wanted to win. It wasn't, hey, Carson Wentz versus Nick Foles. Y'all just wanted to win, right? Don't care how the outcome. Don't care how the sausage is made. I just want to win. I'm hungry for it. Right? And when you're starving and you're ready to eat, I just want to eat something. You know, a lot of people walk around, we privileged in the sense right now. But shoot, if you're starving, you throw all of that vegan stuff out the way. You be like, I ain't a vegan today. I'm trying to eat. I just want to survive. Right? You just figure out a way. Hey, I'm a vegetarian. Didn't eat for a couple of go without food for a couple of days. Shoot, that bacon gonna start looking good. You know, it's just how it is. Hey man, I can go 40 days. No, you just want to eat something, right? And I think that the Cowboys, I level with you guys with the frustrations for 27 years. I literally had someone, as I think his name, Quest Elohim, right? Cowboys Elohim. Let me see if I can pull it up. I screenshotted it because I wanted to bring this point up. And when the expectations meets reality. Let me see if I can find it. I ain't doxing him. It's just a screenshot from Quest Elohim. That's his name. Shout out to him, man. I love the star on his profile. And he says, and the same applies to Dak. Don't look at the numbers and production. Look at the results. And he has underachieved every year. And that was under the reference of a video that I posted about Navarre Gallimore, and all of a sudden they are not squeezing Parsons off to the edge. Give y'all some context to this, that they dropping Parsons in the flat to cover the tight end, because there are football people that's casual fans, and there's people that watch the game, that go by line and watch every snap. And what people who casually or don't watch the tape, they will say, hey, Parsons is not doing a good job. His production level's falling off. Well, dog it, he can't get a sack by trailing the tight end in the flat. How he gonna get a sack? He's in coverage. But the people, the low-hanging fruit will say, hey, Parsons back-to-back in 2 games, haven't had a sack. What dog it is, he's chasing the quarterback. People not comparing apples to apples. There's not a play. There's not a situation that Aaron Donald is going into the flats covering the tight end. There's not a situation or a scenario that Myles Garrett is going to cover the tight end up the seam, or is going to peel out and trail and cover the running back in the flat. Or who else? The TJ. What's his name? TJ Watt. So when people start looking at just the numbers, it throws everything away. And some people, it won't hit them until they hit 25 or 30. Or when they hit their 40s. And they say, man, Law was telling the doggone truth. Everyone have a reason, but results are what matter. Write that down, Cowboy Nation. But people will look at the stats so they can walk in the barbershop, so they can walk around Dallas and say, my Parsons had 4 sacks, baby. No, he covered. He shut down the tight end. Don't you know how good Logan Thomas is? And you pull up your stat sheet and you'll say, all right, cool. Keith Floyd, yes. Linebackers versus D-line. A lot of people don't understand that. But they want the stats. And I said, you play right into my hand. I said the results were for Dak Prescott 12-5. Although we didn't get the playoff win. We didn't. But many teams would have loved the 12-5 record. And then Quest Elohim hit me back. Oh, how mighty have we fallen, basically? So what happened to the days as a Cowboy fan that we supposed to win the Super Bowl or bust every year, basically? Now making it to the playoffs is good enough. Excuse me, for those who are used to this channel, I'm going to tell you guys right now that my expectations were not, hey, let's lift the Lombardi trophy up. The expectations, and you guys heard it from me in the final word, we went over this before the season even kicked off. I said I would love for my Cowboys to get back to the playoffs. That's the first expectation. Back to back, just get back to the playoffs. Just get back there. And then when you in the playoffs, do all what you can and can all you do to win the playoff game. And then from there, after you win your first playoff game, you figure out ways to stack that win on top of that. Now, I'm no less than a Cowboy fan of someone saying, hey, we're going to the Super Bowl every year. I'm no less than a Cowboy fan when I say that. But I'm damn sure better than the Cowboy fan that say, man, we ain't going to do nothing. It's all doom and gloom. I'm better than that person. I will go to the heavens and say I'm better than that person. It's equivalent to you having a child and saying you will be nothing in life. You will never grow up to be this and that. Right? You got to speak some things into existence and say, all right, let's make small goals. But if you live in a world where it's always turmoil and you're always saying the negative things, then negative things will happen to you. I ain't going to get this job, man. Oh, man, I'm always horrible. That's the energy that you're bringing. You get to the job, ketchup, jelly, and mustard fall all over your shirt. You nervous, you antsy. Then they're going to pick another candidate. But, baby, when you start speaking positive things and then go through life saying that, hey, even if I got the jelly, the mustard that fall onto the shirt, I'm going to walk into that interview boldly with grace and mercy. I'm preaching to you now. And said that this job belongs to me because I got a hell of a lot of confidence in myself. But in order for me to get there, I have to earn it. And a third of the people that's living in society now want everything just given to them, that they supposed to make six figures just because they graduated with their degree. They shouldn't have to work on their craft or interview skills. They shouldn't have to work on this and that. No. And that's probably a part of the reason with Cowboy Nation. They feel that just because we on TV and just because they talking about us, that we supposed to automatically get to the Super Bowl every year. No. These boys got to learn how to win on the regular season level, get to the playoffs and learn how to win there. That's life. That's life. And that's the reality of it. People want their ice cream before they eat their main entree. Come on, baby. That's the reality of it. And I'm so sick and tired of people that don't understand the word fan. Fanatic is not that far off from being a delusion, right? But there are so many people quick to say, oh, man, you're delusional. No, they get it so confused. When you're fanatic about something, when you craze about something, you go all in on the thing that you believe. So that's why you are a fan. But when you hate and you dismiss and you start to wish for things not to happen, then, my friend, you are not a fan. You are a hater. You're toxic, just like Michelle says. You're toxic. That's the reality of it. And you wonder why you got the flat on your way to the job. You wonder why that you didn't prepare yourself the day before the interview. You walking around saying that, hey, I'm going to get gas in the morning. When that small voice told you, hey, go and fill up your car the night before. Keep an umbrella in your car. Right? The small things. Now you don't have to stop. Oh, I can get gas in the morning time, you know. Oh, I just wake up early. Oh, now I'm 5 minutes late. Oh, now I'm 10 minutes late. Now you're scrambling. I'm going to put out my clothes in the morning time. I got time in the morning. No. You prepare yourself before. That's why I say it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have the opportunity and not be prepared. You don't have to like the Cowboys or me, but you got to respect the codes to life. And some people are blindly miserable, wandering around this planet, this dimension, because of their choices. And they blaming everyone else but themselves. That is the reality of it. That is truth. the Cowboys, at this moment, we're 3-1. We're facing the LA Rams. I told you guys, now we're like that knot on the rope. When the opposing forces are pulling, you got to get tighter and closer. As a team, that knot get tighter. You tie a knot on the rope and have two opposing forces to pull on it. That knot gets so tight you have to sometimes cut it to even release it. And this is what this team is about. What I'm going to do now is 12:52 where I'm at. We're going to open up the phone line, 657-390-7391, and we're going to make things a little quick here. Have your counterpoints out. You know, if you believe in what I say, you know, roll with it. If you don't, then roll with it. Like, oh, you're wrong, man. Come on, man. You know, keep in mind, those convinced against their will is of the same opinion still. That is the truth right there. I'm not here to change anybody's mind.
There is one other participant in the conference.
But I can only talk
Please
to
announce
you.
yourself.
I can only talk to you from my natural experiences. That's the only way I can talk to you, from my experience, from my point of view. There's a coffee cup sitting right here. You can't see it from where you at. I see I'm looking right at it. But when I hold it up, everybody can see it. That's perspectives. It is. All right, and we have my guy from the 863. You're live, baby.
What's up, man?
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
I'm at the car wash. Right now watching my Dodge Challenger in Cowboy blue with the Cowboy sign in the front with the Cowboy mat. About to put them back in the car.
You're riding.
You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying? Go right there to my Instagram. You'll see the call on there. Man, check this out. Everything you said is what I've been trying to get cats to understand about my job. Even when I come on my little show and try to talk. It's one thing to be a fan, but it's another thing to be a person that actually know the stats and know how to look at the game line by line and precept upon precept.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how people are like don't understand that. They'll see stats and just like you said, they look at pause. Oh man, he had a sack, bro. He's not on the end every goddamn snap, bro.
Right.
The cat is he's dropping off in coverage. He's dropping off on the tight ends. He's dropping off on the running back. Dude, the cat is a multicultural player. So he's not going to be on the end getting sacks all the time, although it would be nice, but the other guys are stepping up. Nabil Gallimore got a sack.
Right.
Dorrance Armstrong got a sack. D-Law got 3. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's eating, man. Why can't we just be happy with winning? You know what I'm saying? Can't just be happy with winning, bro. Every time you turn on now, the Dak Cooper Rush controversy. Bro, we're winning games, man.
We winning, yeah.
A backup quarterback supposed to hold the fort down. What y'all want the man to do, lose? If he losing, then what?
And then what? then they be rushing.
You know what I'm saying? Like my God, we had the Brandon Whedons. We had the, you know what I'm saying, the Kittners and all that stuff.
Matt Castle.
My first Cowboy game was in 2015, man, the day that my best friend passed.
Oh, wow.
2015 on a Sunday, bro. Went to, they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, bro. It was all field goal game. And I forgot who the backup quarterback. Dez Bryant was out. Tony Romo was out. And I'm sitting there like, dude, this is bad. It was like, 10 to 12 or something like that, the final score. I'm like, dude, you know, it was a great experience to go to and see your team. Right. But I was like, dude, I'm tired of losing. You know what I'm saying? But now we're winning. Right. You know, Cooper Rush is doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I can't wait to that get back. But until then, let's just enjoy winning. Last year, we had Dak. We lost the first game, and then we went on a 7-game stretch with Dak. Right. Then we came in and got the game with Cooper Rush. It's like history is repeating itself. What is our ultimate goal here? To win the game, get into the playoffs, and then we will see. Do you not know how many teams have not even sniffed the Virgin Islands of a goddamn Super Bowl?
It's a lot of teams,
Super Bowl virgins right now. You got Super Bowl virgins right now. I got Atlanta Falcons fans that just hate the Cowboys. I'm like, have you guys even sniffed the Super Bowl yet? Have you even licked the bottom of the trophy? No, you haven't. You're still a virgin.
Oh my gosh, man.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, guys, really, if you know football, and Lord, you taught me so much just by listening. I went back and I looked at a lot of things. Although I'm gonna take up for the Cowboys no matter what, but to actually talk facts, I don't do opinions. I go facts. What's down here on this paper? What is that Prescott percentage? What is Cooper Rush percentage? What is D-Law percentage when he's getting covered by 4 players and the other guys are getting sacks. All that stuff matters.
It do. It do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, God, dog, like, dude, if that's the case, then you guys go off and break up with your wife. She go out and get a younger guy that can have stamina for 4 hours, and you come out, man, look, man, I'm on medication. That's why I can't go 4 hours. Well, I get that, but did it feel good when you finally released? Yes, it did.
Hey, man.
But the understanding line is that my ex-husband was on medication. This young man is not on medication. That's why he can last longer. But in your mind, hey, look, I still got the job done. I got mine. Did you get yours?
Hey, you wild with it. Hey, man, continue to wash that car. Hey, you finna give me a Blue Chew sponsorship out for that one, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Yes, sir. The Blue Chew. Big John in the house. Yeah.
Yeah, Big John. Oh, you watch Big John?
Oh, I love Big John, man. I love Big John. I've been rocking with that cat when he first started out, bro.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. I'm gonna have to get him on the show, man. But I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
Yes, indeed. He a Cowboy fan too, Big John. But appreciate you, my guy, man. Hey, that caller was off the chain, man. Hey, and let's not leave out Scott. Not Scott Linehan. Kellen Moore. I think Kellen Moore came into a game, baby. He had Joker through for 300, 400 yards. We like, God, dog. But he couldn't punch it into the red zone, though, you know. But shout out to Kellen Moore. You know, he's our offensive coordinator now. From the 903, Lady Jessica, you live.
Hello. Hello. How's everybody? How about them Cowboys? How about this Victory Monday?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's prepare for the Rams. Let's get ready to go execute them Spams, them Hams. Oh, Rams. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
We got that win. We got that win. We got that win. I don't know why people want to do this controversial stuff. I don't know. Don't care. Every lie, they want to come in with this negativity. Look, we supposed to be happy, man. This is Victory Monday.
Yes,
indeed.
indeed.
This is Victory Monday.
Victory
the backup quarterback is doing what we wanted him to do. Hold it down until Dak get back. I'm be glad when Dak get back. I'm so sick and tired of this. Anyway. We supposed to be happy people. PBO. Law, you was spitting, bro. You was spitting. You saying everything to them in y'all layman terms, the things that I be really saying and how I be really feeling and be trying to get over. You nailed it in the coffin. You put the nail in the coffin, my brother. You told them like it is. You told them like it is. Either you for or you're not.
Yep.
Either you're real or you're fake. We don't have time for fickle people. You get up out of here. Get up out of here with all that negativity. It's Victory Monday. Come on, people. Let's go. Get some Ram butt. PKO.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you. That's my girl right there. I know she's at work right now, so she can't get loud like she wants to. I had the OT, man, but he dipped out. So shout out to you, my guy. But I do have my guy over here from, let me see, where you at? Make sure you get the order. I'm getting the orders together. Got to get these orders together. All right, from the 410, you in?
Devontae?
Yeah, you're live on the show.
Devontae?
Yes, indeed. You're live. You're live.
Hello?
Yep. 5, 4, 3. Oh my gosh, man. All right, you got the 3, 2, 5. You're live.
Hey, what's going on, Law?
What's good with you, man? Talk to me, man.
Man, I'll just tell you what, you spending some wisdom to these youngsters out here talking about getting a job and talking about that mindset to have.
Yeah.
But how about them Cowboys this morning coming straight from Abilene, Texas?
Yeah.
Repping it proud, man. I'm out here just got my head up, man. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
But I don't care what anybody says right now. We are the team to pull through all these everybody dogging us, all these injuries. We still out here doing it. Schultz was out there. We got our boy Gallup back in the lineup. Come on, man. Micah's out there still dogging it out. We just looking more complete every game.
We are. We
Stephen
stepping
A
it up.
out there, he want to jump on this bandwagon real quick and say that we look good. But my thing is still to this day, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been watching the Cowboys since 92 when I was born. But I've been watching them for a long time. And it has been a long time since we got past that little, you know, it's been a good while. But what did they say? You know, we're here to speak on it. We still going to believe that we're going to get there this year. And I got a question for you, Law.
Talk to me, man.
Man, I really want to know, do you want to throw in Dak if Rush beats the Rams? Would you throw in Dak if he's ready to go?
That is a layered questioning there. Let's say we win on a walk-off field goal. You know, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? And it was like 9-6. You know, is that a warranted? Do that warranted another run at it against the Philadelphia Eagles with Cooper Rush? Or if it's a situation whereas it's a similar game that we just had, and if Dak Prescott still have issues of gripping the ball, then what would be the rush? You got your backup quarterback. He's winning games, or on the team that's winning games right now, or however you want to slice it. Then you wait until Dak Prescott is completely recovered from gripping the ball. Because one thing we can't do is, and it goes back to my original stance, we try to get back to the playoff game. We trying. And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is Peyton Manning, but that was a year that I believe in Denverland, the defense was playing really good. Brock Osweiler, I believe, was managed to win a few games while Peyton Manning was trying to nurse up his injuries. And then they end up getting to the dance. And when they got to the playoff time, it's time to yank the quarterback, put the guy in with experience. And that propelled them. But we can all know that defense kind of helped that Denver win that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother situation. It will be similar to that.
Man, how about that D, though?
Yeah.
That Trayvon Diggs? Man,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it just seems like we're just getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we are. I think defense tend to get better as the year proceeds, and right now this defense is getting better.
Hey, I agree. Well, thanks a lot for having me, man. How about them boys?
How about him, man? Good call from him. And it goes back to this, Cowboy Nation, the whole talk track of this team. Another category, of course, no one is talking about. 2 games back-to-back, and, of course, we can talk and nitpick about this and that. But at least 2 games back-to-back, we haven't got those crazy penalties. Now, we were blessed. I'm not trying to give the Washington team any fuel here. We were blessed for them not to call the 3 penalties on Tyler Smith because it was an obvious hold there. But sometimes favor is not fair, and sometimes we get a little of that. You know, Tyler Smith, they didn't call holding on him. But collectively, we haven't been hit. Let me knock on some doggone wood with those penalties, man. In these last 2. I got my guy, man, MJ from the 206. You in the mix.
Okay. Yeah.
Yellow.
Hello?
Yeah,
Yo, what up, family?
What's good with you, man? There's a little crackle on your end, man. Some with your phone line, man. Where you at?
I was at the bank machine. I'm like, damn, I was trying to put money in the bank.
Just pull out $100 for your boy, man. Pull out $100, man. let a brother hold something, man.
Yes, sir. How you doing, Law Nation?
Man, it's Victory Monday, man. Everything feels good out here. In Dallas, you can ride a horse through Walmart right about now.
Man, it's beautiful in L.A. right now. Me and all my Cowboy fans. There's a million of us in L.A. We loving it.
Yeah.
We already told the Rams, be ready for that kick butt on next Sunday.
Yeah.
They talking smack already. I said, okay.
Yep.
We're going to see. But I'm just happy, you know, for Cooper Rush. I'm happy for Dak. Well, he over there studying. You know, it's going to make him better when he come back.
Yep.
And then it's going to be a learning experience for Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore, please do not mess up my quarterback, Dak. Don't make him look stupid. Do the same thing you did with him in 2016. Don't try to make him no stupid Brett Favre. He's not Brett Favre. He's Dak Prescott. Accurate and more persistent. You know what I'm saying? And we can make a more dangerous offense. Now the defense, I'm happy for the defense. Still got to show up that run a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that ain't gonna happen until we change our linebacker. I know they love 55. You know, I ain't gonna be mad at him. He did okay, but I still fit. The rookie is better than him because he's faster and he know how to hit that hole better. Yeah. And like you say, my man Law, all you fake Cowboy fans, we know y'all spying on us. We know y'all not really the Cowboy true fan. The true fans we go 0-19 or 0-17, we still gonna be here and we still gonna be talking smack even if we 0-17. That's the real Cowboy fan. And when you go on that show tomorrow or with your boys, the last word of Wednesday, you tell Big Game Shane. I don't want to hear that crybaby, cause he was hoping that we lost against Cincinnati. He want to salute. So it could be no, I'm a Cowboy fan. I want to win. If I'm 9-8 or 8-9, I make the playoff. Like you say, Law. Once you get in the playoff, anybody can win.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you, MJ, man. Thank you for calling in, dog. Appreciate you.
All right, family. And how about them Cowboys?
How about them, baby? Hey, man, appreciate you. Good call, man. Sound like he was by the fireplace, right? You know, I'm from the country. You throw the wood on the fire, you hear a little crackling. Yeah, it sounds good, man. I know it was your phone reception, though. My guy, my dog, man, always here, ready to fight. 614 Montana, man, my dog, man. What's good with you, man?
Not much, man. How you doing this day, brother?
Man, it's victory, man. I'm walking around boldly, with my Cowboy stuff on. I don't have it on now, but, when I'm out and about, I'm going to have my stuff on everywhere, man. Talk to me, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know, man. I just see a lot of fans, keep talking about this guy getting burnt, this stuff. I'm pretty sure, a lot of that stuff got to do with coverage.
Right.
Like I said yesterday, LVE, he's not a bum. He just don't fit Dan Quinn's scheme.
Yeah.
And Anthony Brown, he's not a bum. He may not just fit this scheme. Last year he did a pretty decent job. I say he was getting better at a lot of stuff, but I see no one is paying attention to how the penalties, drop.
Right.
Tremendously. I see no one is paying attention to how Dak is not having this problem. Cooper Rush is not having this problem. I see Zeke and Pollard is enjoying each other. I see the team is actually happy for once in the locker room.
Yeah, true that.
I don't see any turmoil. All this turmoil was coming from media.
There we go.
Yeah, is eating it up. They're falling for it, and it's irritating me because it's like, how can y'all be a fan of a sport you can't comprehend?
Bingo.
I don't know, man. I think it's just me, but anyway, I ain't gonna hold you up. I just want the fans to know and understand. Look, it's a team game. There's no I in team. And we're just going to keep it that way. Why can't we be happy that Cooper is balling? Why can't we be happy that Dak is appreciating that Cooper is balling?
Let's get it, man. You spitting at me, man. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
That's my guy, man. All right, we're going to open it. We're going to keep it open for about another 5 minutes, and then we're going to put the locks on it. So if you haven't called in yet, call in, so that we can get your thoughts, your opinion on this game. And I got Jeremy for the 615 as well. You live?
What's up, Law? How you doing?
Man, I'm well, man. Hey, how everything's feeling over there on your end,
Man, everything's good. Everything's good. I just want to call and say, foremost, man, that I want to say I'm proud of the Dallas Cowboys on how they stuck with a plan and how they executed. Or whatnot. Even though the running game, they pretty much shut our running game down a little, but we stuck with it long enough so they took it serious. So
there we go.
Noah Brown and who's my other guy, Gallup, can do what they did, and I like how they did that. I wish they would have did that.
You know what they did though. Washington team went back and looked at the Giants and said, you know what? If we lose, we won't lose for number 20 and number 21. We ain't going to let them beat us. That dude is explosive, especially number 20. We're going to corral. We're going to chase. We're going to squeeze in the A. If they try to run through there, there's nobody. There's no entry. And that little toss play, let them try to run that little weak stuff on us. And they try to toss it. They already had the guy inside. I would think that you would want an audible out of that. You got single high look. You're already seeing that you don't have the numbers, and you tossing it even to the boundary side. It wasn't even enough real estate. When we was in our own end zone, I can't wait to show you guys that on the all 22. And boom, they stopped the run. But the Cowboys were wise enough not to fray away from it or run away from it. They kept with it, and I love it because that made the defense still play honest. Now go ahead, fam.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's the reason why I was so proud of them. I said, even though the running game ain't going nowhere, but I said they stuck with it. They stuck with a plan. They stuck with an identity, and that's been the biggest talk between you, Boss Cowboy, Big Game James, and everybody else. Stick with an identity.
There you go.
Another thing I want to say before I get off the phone. The biggest person I want to blame for all this controversy, because I done had everybody, Tom, Dick, and Harry, come to me about this Dak and Cooper thing. I blame Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, I blame him because everybody that's not Cowboy fans, they take Jerry Jones serious, and then you got the delusional Cowboy fans.
Right.
I feel that sometimes our fan base is the worst. They take Jerry serious. I said, dude, you're not a Cowboy fan. I said, we in the Cowboy Nation call that Jerry. I said, Jerry got so much money, he got so much access to the media. First off, he can get on anytime he wants. Jerry can get on while he's in the shower. He can get on the radio while he's on the toilet and talk his, you know what.
Yeah.
So I said, don't take that serious. I said, you got to understand. I said, Dak got one of the baddest agent, sports agents in the land. They got his contract slide where they can't get rid of him right now.
Right.
I said, they got the no trade clause. And they got something else, no franchise clause.
Right.
I said his contract is clause. So even if they want to get rid of him right now, they can't. And then they got him. They invested all this money in him. I said, dude, Dak is gonna be back. I said, what they need to do is to stick with the same plan that you got with Cooper Rush.
The formula.
Give it to Dak.
Yep.
And I said, I promise you. I said, who knows? You may see us in the damn Super Bowl. That's the recipe. What they giving to Cooper Rush, give it to Dak. And keep it the same way. And you know how Cooper Rush broke off on them two plays when he scrambled?
Yeah.
That would have made that first down if that was Dak running or whatnot. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, I'm proud of my Cowboys. Everybody needs to relax, stay calm, and just continue to say hi about them Cowboys and enjoy this win. And I think we can beat the Rams. It's a very wonderful game because Matthew Stafford likes to give Christmas presents.
Oh, yeah. Man, appreciate you so much, man. DC for life, man. And I think the last time we played the Rams,
the conference has been locked.
It's not like they done mollywopped us. Look, all of the games been close. I look back. When was the last time the Cowboys got dog-whopped, like dog-mopped around? Was the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos. That was the last time. We got dog-walked. Name me the last blowout the Cowboys was on the receiving end of it, right? We was pretty much in majority of those games. And one can argue, put the butter knife down because I know somebody about to pull the butter knife out and shank us with it, is that the Cowboys got in their own way in that game against Denver. They peed the Denver's off. Why, Law? The Denver Broncos didn't score on their first possession, nor their second. We marched the ball down the field. We had an opening kickoff. We made it all the way back on the offside of the 40, and we couldn't squeeze nothing. Couldn't squeeze nothing. They went for it on fourth down. For them to ultimately, after another series in the drive, went back out there and moved the ball all the way down to the red zone and couldn't get that one. I think we went for it again. And I pulled this up, and now I think we're 13-0. 13-0 when we scored first. It was right there. The momentum could have been there. Football is a momentum type of sport too. Right? And if you can get that momentum rolling, a lot of things can happen. Confidence too. I think that this defense, I was listening to the announcers, and they were saying that, yeah, this is a defense that need to play with the league. No, this is a defense that need to play with confidence. Right? And my only thing is, I was doing the play-by-play, and I kind of got mad at LVE. Because you like principles. You see strong formation, right? You shift your guys. Yeah, you're going to have your cutback, but your safety on top got cutback responsibility. You just can't have your line shift. You shift everybody down one so that they can pick up those blocks. That was one of the issues we had off the edge. And it's crazy that we had 2 safeties in that game, past game, that led the team in tackles. It was crazy. Scott, man, appreciate you. Who was that girl in the white shorts at Cowboys Experience? Man, she was finer than Fine Mama Jamma. Denver 42-17 was our last time. Okay, did they score 42 on us? I didn't know they scored that much. I thought it was like 35 or something. But dog, 42, that is crazy. Shout out to you, Scott. Thank you so much for the donation. Come out to the Cowboys Experience, and you will have a wonderful experience out there with the ladies, if you so desire to ask who the girl was with the white shorts, because it's too many people for me to recall. But I feel you, though, fam. I feel you, though. Remember the block punt that went back to the Denver? Yeah, because my guy, touched it. Yeah, Brian Bradford. So, yeah. I mean, we are in these games, but I think that if you just sit back a little bit, play sound football, those games will be winnable. All of them, even the playoff game. Minimize the 14 penalties, right? Get back to running the ball. There was a rushing touchdown by Dak Prescott. There was a first series that they scored. Well, when we put both running backs out there, they were playing quarters, man. They were dropping 6 and 7. Run on that. But we refused. We tried throwing that, All right, man. Chris 214, man. You live.
What's going on, bro?
Oh, man, nothing to it, man, Chief. Talk to me, man. What's on your heart?
Got that dub yesterday. Next week, we got the Rams.
Yep.
I think we could beat them, man.
Oh, yeah.
We definitely got to keep the ball away from them. Cause, I think that offense is also dynamic, man. Like the Sean. I think his name is Sean McVay.
Who?
Yeah, so we definitely got to do that. Hey, man, just keep running the ball, man. Like, we got to keep running that ball, play some good defense. But I'm really I'm happy about that Cooper Kupp and that Diggs matchup. I definitely want to see what that's going on.
Yeah.
So, man, that's all I had. Like, I'm at the front desk. I'm at work right now.
Oh, okay.
Can't stay long.
I feel you, man. I thank you, though, for calling in, fam.
Yes, sir.
That's a good call, fam.
Probably.
How about him? All right, so the case in point, man, to what I was saying, and I'm not yelling at y'all, I'm just explaining. In that game against the 49ers, we had 12 attempts for Ezekiel Elliott, and we had 4 attempts for Tony Pollard. We didn't run the ball. Yeah, we didn't run the ball. All right, and that was that playoff game. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, so let's go to, I believe, 336. You're in the mix.
What's going on, Law? This is David from North Carolina.
NC, man.
Hey,
what's good,
I was
man?
trying to get trying to get a place of order for them Blue Chews, okay?
Blue Chews? I'm going to reach out to Blue Chew, man. They keep playing their commercials in front of all of my. I said, what is Blue Chew? Yeah, I finally watched it all the way through. It's Viagra. I said, all right, so whatever my algorithm is, it got a lot to do with Blue Chew. And shout out to my guy, Big John. But the Blue Chew thing, man. Manscaped wanted me to do it. Manscaped wanted me to sponsor them, but they wanted me to do too much reading and work. I said, man, all right, Manscaped.
Right.
I don't
About
like
the balls and everything.
Yeah, man, I ain't finna tell a brother how to do his balls, man. I was like, nah, man, Manscaped. But we'll pay you this much. I said, all money ain't good money. I ain't finna have that in front of my video, man. And man, a man should already know what to do with his balls. You know, come on, man.
He should have no nappy dugout. He ain't supposed to have no nappy dugout.
Right. I told Manscaped I respectfully decline the opportunity to talk about what to do with the balls. You know, I think the people just want to hear football over here, man. That's the only ball we can talk about, man.
The only ball we want to talk about football. I just want to give a shout. I'm gonna give a shout out, man. First to you, man, with the Cowboy Experience, man. That's always great. You had the my man, what's his name, Mike, with the horse and all that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
the sheriff. Yeah, that was cool. I'm gonna give Kellen Moore. I'm gonna give him a shout out, man.
Oh yeah.
He threw the ball 27 times and ran the ball 27 times. And even though we were kind of hitting our head against the wall a few times, he stuck it out. He stayed with it, and that's what he got to continue to do. When Dak come back, is just stick it out and keep on. Keep everything simple. Keep everything right there in front of him. Shout out to Michael Gallup, Diggs. He ain't got an Allen yet, but he getting close. He got some land.
He got a peninsula right now. He got a peninsula. It's connected to that safety over the top. I did hype him up because that's my job. I want to hype up my dog Diggs because they were throwing everything at that boy, so I had to hype him up. He got a peninsula right now.
So when it's like that, Anthony Brown gonna get more balls thrown his way. And Anthony Brown, he holding his own, bro. You can't knock down everything. You ain't gonna deflect everything. So you just gotta, he's right there on the man. So Anthony Brown doing a good job, man. Yeah. But other than that, Cowboy Nation, man, y'all, hey, everybody stay positive, man. Like Law was saying, we gotta speak life into our team. That's the main thing. We ain't supposed to go against each other. We ain't supposed to be going back, wasn't Dak against Cooper Rush. We don't need to be like that. But man, that's all I got, man. For all you Cowboys haters, keep that big D out your mouth.
Yes, indeed. And chew a Blue
How
Chew.
about them Cowboys?
Brought to you by Blue Chew. Appreciate you, man. Oh my gosh, man. Shout out to Blue Chew, baby. All right, man. We moving right along, man. I got my guy, 254, you live.
What's going on, Law?
Hey, man, it's your world.
254, man.
Yes,
hey.
indeed.
Okay, so I'm going to give credit to the Cowboys for winning this game. Yeah. They won it pretty handily, but I'm going to give a little pushback. And I've been, listening to a lot of Cowboys content creators. And Boss Cowboy came up, he brought up a good point. Yes, it was 27 rushes and 27 passes, and he wanted to see Kellen Moore, lean more to the running side. But I feel like a lot of those running plays were right into the teeth of the defense. Like, why would you run into the teeth of Washington? You got two stout first-round picks right in the middle. You got to try something different, You got to go to the outside, at least try one of those. I didn't see any of those counter plays that they ran. The one where Tyler Smith got out in front in the Giants game, you didn't see any of that. I didn't even don't get me wrong, I don't know. I didn't see any jet sweeps.
Yeah, he kind of took jet sweeps out of the game. He don't even call that one anymore. And, that's a good observation. Let me say this, though. Let me ask you this. Are the Washington team a 3-4 team?
No, I think they're a 4-3. They run. They got Payne and Allen in the middle, and then you got Sweat on the outside, and then it would be Young, but he's hurt.
He's hurt.
So I mean, you would think that's okay. Why would you run to the two All-Pro or the two Pro Bowl defensive tackles when clearly the weaker part of that team to me would have been the edges? I don't know. I haven't watched film.
Yeah, I haven't watched it all yet. Yeah.
But if I was the thinking man, I would be like, okay, I'm not running into the teeth of that defense. You playing right into their hand. It looked like they were stacking the middle anyway, daring them to run outside. So I that was just one little thing I noticed. But I'm happy Kellen Moore, stuck with the run. He did. But I got a whole opinion on this Dak Rush thing, man, and I really feel like you let Rush play this game against the Rams,
right?
And you see what he can do against a viable team, because you're gonna have to score points against this team. You have to score points against the Rams. So let's see if was it the opponents that we were playing? That's why Cooper Rush was looking good. Is it the reason why he was able to he had a cushion because the defense was able to smother that the opponent? Well, now you got a Rams team that's pretty efficient on offense. You got a couple of weapons on that side of the ball, so I think it's going to be some points scored. I'm not saying they're not going to score over 20 points like the last few opponents have it, but let's see if Cooper Rush, are you able to put up 30 points? Are you able to finish off drives? Are you able to audible into the right plays? Because I'm going to tell you right now, you're playing against a defense that one guy can ruin your whole game plan in Aaron Donald. If you don't get him blocked and you're not precise and you don't understand how to shift coverages or watch coverages or anything like that, that man will ruin your whole game plan.
But let me say this. Let me say this. The keys to that game, and I know it's way too soon. It's way too soon for me to call out keys. But you got to play your complete game. Special teams step up. We need to get a block. We need to get a big change or flipping of the field. It's been 2 weeks now. Well, it's been 1 week because Cavante Turpin against the Washington team, they were the number one team in special teams, and we see why, right, last night, yesterday, because of the fact that those boys came down, they filled, and they hit on special teams, right? So I think that we need in L.A. to have a big special teams play. Our defense, I think if we can remain the same, we know Cooper Kupp going to get a little bit. I think that he's going to be by far the best wide receiver, one of the better wide receivers we're going to face this year, right? So he's going to get his wins. He's going to get his wins, but we can't allow us to get clouded with that. Also on the flip end, Stafford, he's like Carson Wentz. He's going to give us some opportunities. We just got to take advantages of it. On the flip side, like you said, with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and the centerpiece on that defense, a guy by the name of Bobby. You know what I'm saying? You already know his name. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about Rush. I'm talking about Bobby Wagner. He's gonna sniff out some things that we're trying to do and get there before it happens. So we just got to play a consistent game, continue to run, stick to our plan, and we can win this game.
I just don't want Dak to come back in this game.
Oh, no. I don't want Dak in this game. I want us to continue, because he had to be practicing today.
Right. You don't want Dak in this game. Dak loses this game. Now you just got a whole frenzy. Well, Cooper Rush went through. No.
I want to see 2 weeks.
Right.
2 weeks of him practice.
I wouldn't even mind seeing
3 weeks.
Dak come back against Philadelphia.
Okay. If
Cooper Rush wins, I'm not gonna lie to you, boss. If Cooper Rush wins, maybe Dak got a little bit more swelling in his finger. I'd rather see him against let Cooper Rush play against Philadelphia. If he beats Philadelphia, now we got. I think now, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think now we gotta have a conversation. It'll be another Dak Prescott, Tony Romo situation. If Cooper Rush plays against the Rams and beats the Rams, and then goes to Philadelphia on a Sunday night game against an undefeated Philadelphia team, if they remain undefeated, and beat them at home, I believe you start having that conversation.
It's dependent on how they win too. Like if it's 9-6, if we beat the Rams 9-6 or something like that, and then we fool around and go to Eagles land and we win 15-13, it will be okay how we win, right? But I feel what you said. You roll with the high hand. You mean to tell me you would take that too?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I mean, Philadelphia. When Carson Wentz went down, you seen who won the Super Bowl, and then you seen who they kept. You run with the hot hand.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
you do
bro.
roll with
I'm
it.
sorry, bro.
Yeah. No, we seen. Look, is he having a better outlook than Steve Berline right now? Remember Steve Berline?
Steve Berline won us a playoff game in Chicago.
He won.
Sealing it.
Yeah.
Sealing it with an late interception. I remember that game vividly. And I was only like 10, 11. So,
we should have kept with him, man. Steve.
No, man, they made the right choice, but
yeah.
I'm going to get up out of here, Law. I ain't going to take up your time, man, but I appreciate you, Law, everything you do, man. You take care, brother. God bless you, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Man, people don't remember the Steve Berline days. Some people don't remember. But shout out to Steve with that. Hey, man, they were trying to get Troy up out of it. Troy never had the comfortable bed, man. And let's go back to what I was talking about earlier this year. Don't give Dak the comfortable bed. Troy, they done fool around. They done fool around and had Steve Wash up in here. Steve Wash from the one to sneeze at. They had Rodney Pete. Rodney Pete, he was like coming out of college. Rodney Pete, like Pete Federer, and I ain't talking about the Eagles. Rodney Pete, I'm talking about when Rodney Pete played for the boys. You know, he wasn't no one to sneeze at. That boy had a live arm. They were like, man, that brother right there, shoot, that Rodney Pete, man. Troy, you got to get it right. But I think hard coaches, man, always get things going in the right direction. Let's go with it. I got the 918. You live.
Hey, Law, what's up? How about them Cowboys?
How about them?
Man, hey, I've been watching your show for at least a good 2 to 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
I have never called in.
Wow.
I never felt like it this time. I just felt like it was the right time. I just want to let you know your wise words have got me through a lot. And the Cowboys, we're going to keep on pushing. We're going to keep on winning. Cooper Rush is going to keep doing his thing so Dak Prescott can come back and do his thing.
Yeah, you fading in and out, my dog. You fading in and out.
My bad. Let me switch to my. Am I sounding better, Law?
Oh yeah, man. You sounding fabulous now, man. Talk to me, man. So you follow the channel for 2-3 years now, and you said you've been listening to my words of wisdom. I appreciate that, man, and that goes a long way with me. And you saying that what else you were saying?
Man, I'm happy that Cooper Rush is able to hold down the fort until Dak Prescott gets back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that defense is still doing this thing from last year, but a little less of turnover, but the sacks, man, we appreciate them sacks. Pressure's on quarterback, pressure break pipes. That's all I know.
Yes, indeed. It'll change the reality, It's just like the reality stone. And I think the pressure is what we need to bring forth to Matthew Stafford. But, this past game, hey, we beat Washington team. At least we get them from not being so high and mighty because they were talking a lot of noise about they're going to make a comeback party and everything. So it's good, man. It's good to be 2-0 in our division and being on top of things,
Definitely when them Eagles, man, they ain't no joke this year, so we got to keep on our A game as well.
Yeah, I think the last time we played the Eagles, the first time when we saw them last year, they was undefeated until we saw them. So I was telling the Eagles fan, just like I'm going to tell you right now, I want us to be the first one to give you that L, So I want them to win next week, and then I want to see them undefeated, and we come on in there and we beat them down again, That's how I look at it.
See, what happened is what Trayvon did to him the first couple games he played against him. Couple picks. But this time we got Micah with us. So I want number 11 to come in with a couple sacks. So Marcus Lawrence, he came in with 3 big sacks against the Giants. I want at least 2 from that game.
Yeah.
2 from Micah, 2 from Lawrence, 2 interceptions if we can get them from the cornerbacks, maybe safeties.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt, man. We can get that going, man. I appreciate you so much for jumping in and calling in and being supportive for this channel for all of those years, man. I appreciate you, fam.
Love you all. Appreciate you, brother.
Much love to you as well, man. That's a good call from him. All right, I got Mike, my guy. Mike, man, you live. Mike? Michael. Mike. All I need is one mic. One mic. Yeah. Boy, I'm about to hang up on you, man. Talk to me, man.
My bad, man.
You good?
I'm still working, so I have my phone on mute.
Man, making them good dollars, man. You work from home?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, right
That's
now
good.
I am. I just came back home from the office, though. I was there since 5 a.m. But
Oh,
I
wow.
work from home, man.
That's good. That's good, fam. That's good stuff, man.
But yeah, man, you already know my Cowboys are looking real decent right now. I like the physicality, man. man.
Yep.
Zeke, my man Zeke has made a resurgence this season, man. I know he wasn't averaging much. I know he didn't get that many yards, but I just think the effort that he gives with each and every run that he runs,
Right.
man, that's
Right.
selling the play action. That's selling the play action, dog. He might have averaged 2.6, but you could ask some defenders. It probably felt like he was averaging about 5 yards a carry because he's just running directly into guys. He doesn't even care anymore. Like, my man's just trying to push the pile and get these yards.
Yep.
And Cooper Rush, he's playing. Something about Cooper Rush, man. I mean, he just I don't know why it feels real safe with him right now. Like, I don't know. I haven't felt worried in about 3 weeks. It might have been competition though. It might be the competition because I mean we played against the Giants and Washington. So I mean that's not.
I mean we don't want to dismiss the
not to
Bengals.
downplay him.
Yeah, we ain't want to dismiss the
I ain't
Bengals.
trying to downplay him.
Yeah.
They all make money. You know what I'm saying? They all make money to play this sport, but the competition, you know. So I'm ready to see it against the Rams. But my man Cooper Rush has been playing lights out, and that defense. Oh my God, man! I could sleep easy every single night knowing each week that defense is coming, man.
It's a build up. It's a build up for this game in LA. You know, and
right.
It's going to be a situation that we come out to LA. If we stick to the philosophy and the formula, we win. I can guarantee it. If we win, we win. It'll be a win for us.
It's literally everywhere.
That formula.
You can literally take this formula each and everywhere in the NFL and win. You can take this formula in a blizzard, and you can win with this formula in a blizzard. You could go to Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City, and you could win just by keeping him on the sideline. And don't be so out on Dak Prescott, you guys, man.
Yep.
Like, I'm going to tell you, each and every week, when I look at this offense roll, literally what goes through my head each and every week is, damn, if Dak was in, we'd probably be putting up like 45 points on these guys.
Yeah.
There was one play we played last week. We played Giants last week.
Yep.
Cooper Rush, he took the in route to Noah Brown. But if anybody paid attention to the route, my man CeeDee Lamb was wide open on the post route, way back, probably 15 yards behind that safety. And I was just in my head like, man, if Dak was in that joint, he would have took that shot. But I'm not going to say that, Cooper Rush didn't see it or made a bad decision because it was still a good decision. It was still a completion for a first down. I think it was like 3rd and 8 or some craziness like that. And it was just like, if Cooper Rush felt like he couldn't make that throw or if he didn't even see it, I'm glad he threw what he threw. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want him pressing nothing. He probably just sees the first person open and just hits the first person open.
Just take what the defense give you, live to fight another down, and that's what we're appreciating right now. Don't force anything, It'll be forceful if when people start to denigrate the kid, and say he's not worth $25 million, right? He's not worth $40 million.
Right.
If Cooper Rush, when his contract is due, then that's when people put stipulations and everything on you. And that's the worst thing you can do to a football player is tell him, hey, man, he ain't worth. See, right now, everybody was high on Lamar Jackson last week. But now this week, hey, that's why you don't pay Lamar Jackson. They keep kicking field goals. He ain't worth 200. See, it's week by week. But when you get your contract, all of a sudden, they going to say, hey, now you got your money, man. Where the Super Bowl at? It don't work that way. Just because you pay a person don't mean, you know what I'm saying, you're going to get the Super Bowl. It's not that way. But a lot of people associate and attach money to wins and money to Super Bowls, and that's not the case. And I hate that people do that, right? But it's just how it goes.
Right. I'm going to tell you like this, Law. they going to pay that boy Lamar. I got Lamar on my fantasy football team. My boy religiously putting up 37 points.
Yeah.
Religiously. It's about stats when it comes to that paperwork.
It's about the paper on the stats, yeah. But for right now, the media, he ain't worth it. It's a week-to-week thing, man. Yeah.
Him and his mom going to walk up in that office like, play with us if you like to, goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Indianapolis Colts will break that bread out this month.
Man, the coach stay wanted to pay for a quarterback. And then when they get the quarterback, they put nothing around him. Like Andrew Luck, man, come on, man. They ain't put nothing around Andrew. They wanted him. Now they want to pay for a quarterback.
They said he split his spleen. It was pissing blood.
Yeah, spleen. Yeah. Andrew Unluck, that was his name. He wasn't even Luck. Man, I appreciate you so much for calling in, fam. Thank you, man.
Yeah. All right, man. How about them Cowboys, man?
How about him, Mike? Man, appreciate him. All right, so he was the last caller, man. I thank everybody. There was two other callers. They abandoned the call line to never to return. I appreciate y'all so much, man, for this episode, man. But y'all get what I'm saying. Look, man, y'all start attaching this money to these players, and you go back and you watch the average, like you watch the average of the average basketball player, and he's making he's making Deshaun Watson money. Basketball players, they don't get the scrutiny, what we getting out of these football players. Y'all be expecting these football players to play like basketball players, like this is an individual, like they got a chance and an opportunity, But it's a game. But these guys, man, y'all will be so quick. Y'all be so quick to attach these things to these players, man. And you type in like the average basketball or semi-superstar money. Of course, he plays more games. But, man, he ain't going to be hitting the ground like Tua, and man, ain't no joke at Tua. We hope all is well. But it goes to show you, Tua trying to play for a contract, Now you think the NFL is going to sit back and say, yeah, man, Tua, we understand, but they going to slap injury prone all over Tua. The hip bone connected to the back spasm. Now he got concussions. He's not big enough. They ain't going to give that man no big money. But in basketball, or baseball, baseball, basketball, you got little ones, you want them to play some sports, man, put them in baseball and basketball. If you're chasing the bag, right? Prayers up to Tua. Yeah, that's right, JT. Appreciate you. But y'all get what I'm saying from a remuneration aspect of it. That money, man, it clouds a lot of people, certain people. Because Josh Allen, he better do something. He better do something this year. Josh Allen better get to the Super Bowl because that's the expectations over here. You paid him the money, so he better win multiple playoff games and get to that Super Bowl. Because if not, he ain't worth the $44 or $45 million, right? But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to y'all, man. Keith Floyd, appreciate you. Golf, yeah. Now, golf, tennis, man, all of those other sports out there, is less collisions like football. I think even hockey is dangerous too. But I don't think from the perspectives of where we from in Mississippi, I don't think we even have a chance. And I know I'm in Texas now. I don't think we had a chance to be around some hockey sticks and the equipments and stuff like that. It's just too much money. Nah. No blades and stuff. I can only imagine if a lot of brothers play hockey. You can imagine Shaq out there with some skates talking about, come on, where you at? Man, Shaq would dominate if he knew how to skate. He could dominate some hockey over there with a stick. LeBron James, you put LeBron James with a stick. You see what LeBron James do with a basketball. I can only imagine LeBron James with a stick. Oh, my gosh, it would be crazy. Yeah, it would be crazy. Hockey would be a whole different sport. Justin Herbert's better get it to the playoff. Yeah, my guy from Choctaw, Montana. Yeah. Herb is like his stat line crazy numbers. But against winning teams, he's 1-7. So he need to step that number up for real, for real. Shout out to your TA, Cowboy. Shout out to my guy, Jay Form in the house. Appreciate you. Hope all is well with you, my guy. Justin Bradley says, how about them Cowboys defense shine the other than the big runs? Yeah. Josh Allen take the L. Yeah. Would you believe that basketball is the highest paid sport? I didn't know. I thought it was baseball. Wait a minute. Which one is the highest paid sport? Basketball or baseball? Let me know. I thought baseball. I thought those baseball contracts was really in there, you know. Law, any word on Quentin's shoulder? I could tell you he still had his pads on from my quick observation. Maybe Jay Form, he would know in the chat. But it appears that it could have just been a mild sprain or something. And he's going to have to go watch Lethal Weapon. And Riggs! Yeah, hit that shoulder. Hit that shoulder in there, man. Judge about to get $400 million, you know. J. Form Law, Nation, I know you have a show to do, but I wish you were at the game yesterday. The stadium was rocking. You know, I need to probably reevaluate things. You know, I got opportunity. I got multiple opportunities to go to every game, every home game, and I can do the home game, every home game. I'll let y'all know. Would y'all prefer me to be at the game or do the play-by-play analysis? Because, you know, maybe I need to change up some things on the channel. I look at the overall viewership, the interactions, the engagement. It was all right. You know, it didn't get to the number. I'm just talking freely to you guys before I roll up out of here. I mean, it barely hit, if you're doing it from the viewpoints, you know, it barely hit 20,000 views, you know. I'm not saying that you do things for the views, but that's a lot of hours. You know, it's a lot of 3-4 hour work for 12,000 views. And I'm not complaining, but I appreciate those who watch. But I think that in the Cowboys circle, there's so many people do the live streams of the play-by-play now that it's so watered down. And I'm not talking about the people that do it, right? It'd probably be better for me to just start going to the games and just give you guys my raw analysis of what happened at the game versus doing the play-by-play analysis, you know, or giving you guys my live reactions, you know. Maybe I can find a hot spot somewhere in halftime, be like, hey, man, I'm at the game, y'all. This is my thoughts on it. But let me know. I trust y'all feedback, you know, of all of this. It's a lot of hours, you know, doing the post-game stuff and the play-by-play stuff. That's like 6 and 7 hours of content. A lot of hours, right? A lot of hours. I'll be doing it a lot of hours, baby. But I think that I value you guys' feedback for real. I had a guy say, hey, man, your content too long. Can you sprinkle in some short content? Can you sprinkle in some middle content? So over the course of the years, I do long-form content, short content, and he hit me back and said, Law, man, I appreciate you, man, so much for mixing it up. Sometimes I be here and I just need to have a quick recap of something. And I appreciate you, bro. And then I had somebody, hey, I love the long form content. I use you to go work out. You know, I drive trucks for a living. So all of those things, man, matters. I see a lot of people say go to the game, right? Right. I might mix it up. I might start going to more games, though. It's been on my heart with that, you know. All right, Cowboy Nation, regardless, I'm going to be rooting for this team, win, lose, or draw. See me, sweet Law, you know, and not the sugary kind, the sweet Law, and the sweet executive Law, baby. Baseball, this is from Dallas Cowboys for life. Appreciate you. Hi, Law. We as people should be appreciative in life. Let us be grateful for what Dak had done for his team. Or our team. Yeah, I feel you, Dallas Cowboys for life. Dak Prescott. Win, lose, or draw, we Cowboys fans. Right? But for right now, he's recovering. He got to go through that. And the same way that you guys allow, because football, I get it, right? You got one quarterback that can play at a time. But there were not a lot of people banging on the table saying, hey, man, I feel you with Michael Gallup, but, man, Noah Brown need those reps and C.D. Lamb. No, they integrated him right into the system, and he got things going. But in football, there's the quarterback. That's the only person that can have that position. And it's always a fighting one, always a versus battle when the backup does well. I recall the Saints. Saints went 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater. Not a word was mentioned. Will he be the starting quarterback for the Saints? It was a given. Like, hey, he did a good job, shook hands. Now it's time for Drew Brees to step in, But if he played for the Cowboys, if Teddy Bridgewater played for the Cowboys and went 5-0, that would have been news all around the world. The Cowboys now have a new starting quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater. He will be taking over Dak Prescott positioning, and now there will be Teddy Two-Glove Bridgewater, the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys for the 2022 season, because he now won 5 games in a row. More news out of Arlington at 7. That would have been a situation here. It would have been still the back and forthness with fans. There would have been Teddy Bridgewater fan club over there, and there would have been, the Dak Prescott people in the other corner, right? Then there would have been somebody, Cooper Rush fan club still there too. So it's the same situation. But in Cowboys land, everything is so toxic because of the owner. He could have snipped it out, said, hey, we got a good problem to have right now. The amount of games that we can win while the backup is winning, it's a plus for us. Go Cowboys, No further comments or something like that, but we don't have that type of PR team. That boy rip him out and say, hey, take a look at these. And no, I wasn't using Manscaped. So that's just how it goes, man. Dak Prescott ain't Drew Brees. Drew Brees ain't Drew Brees at the time. You act like Drew Brees would light it up. See, the whole thing is, the whole conversation, the whole talk track of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers. It's been, 13, 14 years for those two boys since the last time they've been back to grace. But the thing is, people will look at the Super Bowl that they won and say that they can walk on water, right? Those two guys, as brilliant as they are, they haven't been back. They haven't. And it's a other picture that you have to contextualize, that not one individual player make you win the Super Bowl. And that should also, and Quest Elohim, I appreciate you so much. That goes back to my point of what I said earlier in the comment. Like, were you really expecting the Jason Garrett era for us to go to Super Bowls with an S? Right? But you led to believe that we were, and you held us accountable to such. And were you with the notion, the mindset, that when we got Mike McCarthy in 2020, that the Cowboys were to win the Super Bowl in 2020, or were to win the Super Bowl last year in the second year? So that's when reality meets expectations. See, the Cowboys are expected to do the impossible. They are. Win, lose, or draw. And everything is being clouded and misguided through the opinions of others when they leave out the facts. But Law Nation brings the facts to the table. Can't even debate them. I said before, Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl winning quarterback, faced the same team we faced. And nobody talks about his 18 QBR. But everybody talked about the QBR that we presented it to the table, the 32. Last season, in the playoffs, nobody talked about the 14 penalties. Nobody talked about that the Cowboys only rushed the ball 12 times with Ezekiel Elijah Elliott, 4 times with Tony Pollard. The time that they actually scored, the 4 attempts, were the time that we actually scored a touchdown on that series. But somehow that problem becomes 4's problem. And not a single penalty was committed by number 4. That's the craziest thing. I can give you guys the formula to success, the keys. I can tell you, line by line, invest in the S&P. 20 years from now, you'll be a millionaire if you put the right things in directions of this and that. And there'll be a third of the people that will go in one ear and out the other. They would rather give their money to the streets. I can tell people what to do, and they go in one ear and out the other. They refuse to listen. The ears are made of stone. The sight is of Stephen Wonder. And people still confuse themselves when they listen to the truth. Even if it's coming out of a person with the results mouth. But that's a story of another day. Let them waddle around in their misery. Let them be forsaken with their own thoughts and grace. But I come here to tell you, the reality is such that when you wear the silver and blue, you're always going to be measured and judged multiple times with the inaccuracy of the 3-letter network for views. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it. And I'm quite sure that Cooper Rush is looking at this thing and saying, oh, hush, I'm all about it, baby. Because even him, from his mouth to y'all ears, now from my mouth to your ears, from what he said, his defense, baby. We wouldn't have won a game without them. They're rallying, they're chasing. But from something that's in my mind is that you guys think that y'all know more than what he said. That's the craziest thing of it all. If there's one thing a man should always do, is mainly to himself be true. Never allow a man to change your point of view unless what he brings makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone, nor by the height he has grown. And when speaking, baby, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turns your hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, Quest, Elohim, it was, how about them Cowboys? I just want to win. And then you got picky with the matter. Those guys, the reality of it, Quest, is that you still learning. Maybe if you dissect what your name is, you'll gain a little knowledge and get off of this YouTube thing of commenting and present some evidence that you got some actual knowledge, and then you, huh? Come on, baby. Those guys who try to be smart, they would take a decent man to alter his heart, and they try to rip him apart. Those men, no man should call a friend, because they bring lies around the truth to meet their end. That's been my time. He just got educated from the greatest in the nation. Yours truly, Law Nation, without hesitations nor deviation. That's been my time. And remember, your father is speaking to you, Quest. You're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Roll those credits, baby. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she ice. Freeze, photo, please, no photos. G's, no, please, no photos.
Come on.
Hit the door and the dome and just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management, I'm just warming up. Wait till I old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors.
They beating up Quest in the chat. He said he went to church yesterday. He's a fool. He went to a physical body. The church is saying, yo, you don't have to go to a physical body. Come on, baby. Now you're being educated. Come on, baby. We are the people. You don't have to go to a physical body that's built by man. Come on, baby. You're learning something now.
I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll.
Come on.
I would never sell my only soul.
Jay Williams, appreciate you. Lisa, Sadiq, appreciate you. Common Sense Lab. Scott Simpson, appreciate you. Shout out to you, the Dallas Cowboys for life. Let's get it. Come on. Ooh, they roasting him over here. Somebody give that man some milk.
Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she ice.
He need to go back and learn something. He talking about things that's built by man. Come on, baby. People with knowledge, stand up, baby. Tell him to take that name off of his YouTube channel. Come on. Let's get it. Let's check in one more time for my people. Let's check in one more time to my people over here, because I think that they was really involved in this the other day.
The answer, I talk stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
These benches with heat things for them in a damn stadium. It is the dumbest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. We took them to Dallas, they embarrassed us. That if we take those to another stadium, we have to be the laughingstock of the damn internet.
Let's go, baby. Put your shades on, baby. Come on. Oh. Let's flash the lights. Come on, baby. Y'all leave Quest alone, man. He's on the quest, baby. Y'all leave him alone, baby. He hurt. Again. Yeah. He gonna go studying tonight, though. He gonna be all in the book. I left him shook with the hollow tip of the voice. You had him shook over there, baby. He typing keyboard warrior. Do a video. Let's go toe to toe, head for head. I promise you don't want to see this. I'm undefeated with that. I'm a man with the words. It's the truth. Come on. Come on, rock with me, Quest. That man all in his feelings. That boy thumbing through everything. We ain't gonna tell him to lean forward. No, we ain't gonna do him like that. Another one. Let's get it, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Let's go.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too?
I follow. Let's do me a favor, baby. Let's tune in to Quest Elohim. Somebody put some milk in this man's mouth. Oh my God. Oh, that's the Washington too. On the quest for some Kleenex, baby.
So far, so far. If a baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Man, Lord don't have to go too hard on me. Don't you lean forward? Oh my gosh, man. Go to your room. He going to the room now. He picking up a word. He trying to read. Let's get on out of here, man. It's all love, man. One love to you, man.
It's Mr. Nasty kind.
I know he ain't gonna mess with the law anymore, though.
You could not live with your own failure.
Hey, he following because he's still here. Can you imagine going to a spot that you don't belong and you still there? Come on, man. Hey, man, it's kind of equivalent to, I don't like to shop for lingerie, but I'm into lingerie Victoria's Secrets. It's crazy, dude. Come on.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
Let me leave him alone. I don't want the man. Let me tune back into him right quick. Hold on. Oh man, y'all take him out, man. Take the man out somewhere, man. Come on, man. Come on.
That's where the guts went. Just dropped them.
One love, y'all. DC for life. Salute. Man, I'm just playing with you, man. Hope all is well. Salute.